Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to do a story time because I have like a lot of interesting stories, funny ones, crazy ones. So today I thought I would share about my crazy hair experience. So first off, I just wanted to say if you ever want to buy Charlotte Tilbury foundation, I wouldn't recommend it. It's overpriced and I feel like it just like makes the skin look dry. I got the wrong color. I got it because I had a wedding to go to. Um, and I got the wrong color. It's like way too late for me. But anyways, let's get back to the story. So I just put some on because I feel like I needed that extra boost. So the craziest story I had with hair is I used to get my hair highlighted a lot. Like I still do, but not as much. Um, just because it's hard to find a good hairdresser. So I had highlights and it went from how the style was like maybe 10 years ago when it would be from the root down. Now it's just balayage, which that's the one that I normally get, where it's just the bottom and it looks like more natural. Because when you're constantly having to fill the root, it can be like overwhelming, especially if your hair grows fast. So it was a special event, like it was firework night, and firework night in my city is used to be, not as much anymore, it used to be like a huge event. And I needed to have my highlights redone at the top. If it was now, I would have left it because it's the style now, but back then it wasn't. So because my hair is like so dark, it's hard to get on that exact color, like that blonde color. It was like a little bit lighter than a honey blonde, like kind of like platinum. So I did not go to my hairdresser. I found a different lady to do mine because I really wanted to have it done for pictures. So I told her like just to fill it in, and my hair was long then as well. So some people know how to do my hair really quickly and some people don't. Like the longest I've ever spent in a salon chair getting my hair done was probably 7 hours. And at that point, I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. And then the lady would always say, oh, you know what, do you want to trim? And she would always try to get me to cut it or something. And I'm like, no, because I did that before. I ended up cutting it when I was in high school and I regretted it so bad. I went from it actually being this long, like up to here, like above, and I regretted it, so I won't. Anyways, went to a new lady to do my hair, and she's putting like color on my hair, and I felt like she was doing something wrong because she kept like doing the roots like up here. She kept putting all of the bleach all along here. I'm like, why is she doing that? Like, she should be just doing the strands. And I'm like, oh, it's okay, she knows what she's doing. So I think I sat there for maybe 5 hours, 6 hours, and it was like a nail salon and hair salon. I think they were Asian or something, and they specialized in nails too. So I'm sitting there and she washes it out, and I'm telling you, like all right here, it looked like a skunk. It was yellow, like it wasn't even the color of my highlights, like it was yellow, and the whole roots, it was like orange. I don't know, color. Like, she didn't even put a toner or anything. And I was speechless. And she wanted to pretend like everything was okay, and that made me more mad because she didn't apologize, nothing. And it's like, seriously, like, you're gonna try to play it off like it's okay. And she's like, do you like it? And I looked at her in the mirror and I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, what did you do? I'm like, what is this? And she's like, 1 second. So she goes and gets the manager and she's like, um, you don't have to pay today. And I'm like, I can't go out like this. Can you fix this? Can you do something? She just did it all brown and put it back to my natural color, like what it is now. The highlights, everything were gone. And I never went back there. And I'm so careful on who I go to get my hair done. Like right now, I had a girl that was doing my hair and she's pretty fast, but she gets really busy. And yeah, I just haven't had time. But yeah, so I ended up getting it, all the highlights like covered again, and I didn't end up getting them maybe until like a year later, till I found somebody that knew what they were doing, because highlights are really not easy to get, like especially with the hair, like when it's darker. I did see like highlighting kits like in the drugstore. If you live in the States, it's probably called like CVS. Here we call Shoppers Drug Mart, or we have Rexall. I even think I seen it at Walmart. Like, it's an actual highlighting kit where it has the brush in it, and then you just put the brush through. So I'm just gonna tell you like one more story. This one's funny. So the salon that I go to, she always has funny stories, and it's a family owned business. So she will like sit with her mom and, they'll talk about, people that are coming in, not in a bad way. They'll just tell like the funny stories. So there's this one lady, she came from the county and she was getting her hair done. She had foils in it. I think she was getting like color and highlights, and her hair was shorter. So she lived on a farm, and she just got the foils in, and she gets a phone call from her neighbor, and her neighbor's like, your horses are running out. And she said, oh my gosh. So she had to leave the salon with the foils in, and she's like, how long till I wash this out? I gotta go get my horses. And they're like, are you serious? She's like, yes, I'm so sorry. She's like, okay, 45 minutes. So I guess she called her and she did end up getting the foils out, but she was chasing her horses and had to get them back in, and I think she went over her time chasing the horses and with the foils in her hair. So it's really interesting. It's really funny. Like, I don't know if you guys ever seen anybody like in the store doing that, having foil in their hair or chasing their horses or their pets. I did have one friend. She was a teacher. She was like my best friend. She was a supply teacher, and she was always on the go because she doesn't know like when she's gonna get a call, so she can't really plan her day unless she knows what she's gonna be getting called into work or whatnot. So one day she decided to get her hair done, and she can't stay in one spot because she feels like she's got to get her stuff done. Like, she's got so much to do. So she, instead of sitting there for 45 minutes again, she had the foils. She was getting highlights. She's like, to the hair styling guy, she's like, hey, do you mind if I run to Costco? I got a couple things I gotta get from there. And he looks at her and he's like, "You're gonna go to Costco like that, foils?" She's like, "Oh yeah." She's like, "No one cares." So he puts something like a cap or whatever on her head, and she went shopping at Costco. Lost track of time. It's very typical. My friend, she does that. She loses track of time. And he calls her and he said, "Okay, you're over your time. You gotta hurry up and get back here because it won't be good if we don't get those foils off." So she rushed in the car and went to the salon and he took them out. So I bet like these stores, Costco, Walmart, really catch some funny stuff on there, of people, going in there, and just people are funny in general. So I just wanted to share those crazy hair stories with you guys and maybe make you laugh a little bit, because I think it's funny and I think laughing is important. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. It really helps me a lot, and sending you lots of good energy. And I hope you have a wonderful day and a blessed day, and don't worry about anything. Take care.